Hey, future game developers, welcome back to our epic Unity journey. I'm absolutely thrilled to see you here for video number 2A. Today, we're about to create something amazing, your very first Unity project. If you missed our first video where we installed Unity, don't worry, there's a link in the description below. But if you're ready to build, let's dive right in and make some game development magic happen. All right, let's get this party started. First things first, we need to open Unity. Look at your desktop. See that beautiful Unity icon? Click it, or if you're more of a search person, hit that Windows key and type Unity. Boom, there it is. Watch as Unity Hub opens up. This is your command center, your game development headquarters. Pretty cool, right? Now here's something super important. See that Installs tab? Click it. This shows you which Unity version we installed in our previous video. If you see it there, fantastic, you're ready to rock. If you haven't installed it yet, please follow the previous video first. You can also install the exact version we're using by clicking the Install Editor button. Or you can continue with any version you have, because for most projects, it doesn't matter unless you're using new features that aren't available in older versions. Any recent version will work like a charm. Now for the exciting part, creating your very first Unity project. Navigate to the Projects tab. See how empty it looks? Not for long. We're about to fill it with awesome projects. You've got two ways to create a project. We can create one by clicking New Project in the center, or use the New Project button at the top right. From this New Project screen, you can see the Unity version listed under Editor version. That's what we installed. If you have multiple versions, you can select from here. Below that are the templates to start building our game, and on the right side, we can name our project and create it. Let's select the template first. In the Core tab, find 3D Built-in Render Pipeline. You can either scroll through the Core section or use that handy search bar to find it instantly. Now you might be thinking, wait, we're making a console game, why 3D? Great question. Here's the thing, it doesn't actually matter for console games. The 3D built-in render pipeline is the most basic, stable template Unity offers. It's perfect for beginners and gives us everything we need without any extra complexity. Look at the right panel. This is where the magic happens. First, you'll see your Unity organization. That's from when you signed up. Below that is the project name field. This is super important. Make sure the name matches your game. It's good practice to write names without spaces or special characters to avoid potential issues. I'll name it Guess a Number. Here you can choose to create your project in the cloud or on your local machine. I'll choose local machine because we're keeping things simple for now. For the location, you can save it to any drive or folder you want. Maybe you have a faster SSD that could save time. I'll stick with the default folder. See that Use Unity Version Control checkbox? That's for advanced team collaboration. We'll explore that in future projects when we build something massive. We'll explore this in upcoming bigger projects. For version control, you should also select cloud storage, but we're sticking with a basic local setup for now. Let's create our project by clicking Create Project. Great, your first project is created and now listed in Unity Hub's Project tab. That's your creation right there. Unity is now working its magic, setting everything up perfectly for you. It will take some time to load when creating a project for the first time. Oh my goodness, look at that. Welcome to the Unity editor, your new best friend. I know it looks overwhelming with all these panels and buttons, but trust me, in just a few videos, you'll be navigating this like a pro. Here's a quick secret. You can resize any panel by hovering over the edges until you see that double arrow cursor, then drag. Try it. Make that project panel bigger so you can see everything clearly. Unity is super flexible. Make it work for you. Without getting too deep, we have lots of videos coming for that. You're looking at Unity's 7 main windows: Hierarchy, Scene, Game, Inspector, Project, Console, and the Toolbar. Each one has a specific superpower that helps you build amazing games. Let's drag the inspector wider. You might see other panels appearing. Don't worry if your screen looks different from mine. For now, let's focus on the console window. Any window can be detached by clicking on the title and dragging while holding left click. You can move it anywhere. Let's put this console window after the inspector. You can switch between windows by clicking on them. To close any window, right-click on it and select Close Tab. Let's close the console window. If you ever can't locate the console window, you can bring it back from the Windows menu, General, Console, or press Ctrl-Shift-C. After bringing it back, let's arrange it next to the inspector again. Now let's look at the Hierarchy tab. There are some default objects like main camera and directional light. In Unity, these are called GameObjects. Any game object in your game will be listed in the hierarchy. We'll discuss what they are in detail in the next project. For now, let's create an empty game object. Go to GameObject menu, Create Empty, or right-click in the empty area of Hierarchy and choose Create Empty. Now our empty object is created with the name GameObject. You can rename it. I'll rename it to Game Manager. This is the primary way of creating game objects in Unity. Now let's see how to create a C# script so we can start coding. In the Project tab, inside the Assets folder, right-click on Empty Space, hover over Create, Scripting, and choose monobehaviour script. It will create a new file. Right after creating it, rename it to something meaningful. Let's rename it to Game and hit Enter. While selecting this script, you can see the preview in the Inspector tab. The inspector shows previews of files and objects. To open the script, click the Open button in Inspector, or right-click the file and click Open, or simply double-click the file. Visual Studio opens up with your code. Look at that beautiful syntax highlighting. Those colors aren't just pretty, they help you understand your code better. You can see some default code is already written. We'll learn what each word and character does in upcoming videos, but for now, let's write some code. In the Start method, inside the opening and closing curly braces, write Debug.Log, then opening parentheses bracket, then inside double quotes, write Hello Unity. Welcome to game development. Close the double quotes, close the parentheses bracket, and put semicolon at the end. We'll discuss what this does in just a moment. Save your changes with Ctrl-S or the Save button, then go back to Unity. You just wrote your first line of Unity code. How awesome is that? Here's where many beginners get stuck, and you're about to learn the secret. After Unity applies the changes, hit the play button. When you hit play, the scene view changes to game view because we're playing our game. But there's nothing in the game view because we don't have anything visual. We just wrote a log statement. Check the console. Nothing in the console? This is where many beginners get stuck. Let's stop the game first. For any monobehaviour script to work, it must be attached to a game object. We have 3 game objects in our hierarchy, including the game manager we created. Let's see how to attach our script. There are multiple ways to do this. Learning different methods helps you pick the fastest one later. First method, select Game Manager in Hierarchy. In the inspector, click Add Component, search for Game Script, and select it. Now you can see our game script is attached to the Game Manager. If you want to remove a component, click the 3 dots on that component and select Remove Component. Second method, simply drag your script from the project window to the inspector of the selected game object. Third method, drag the script directly onto the Game Manager game object in the hierarchy. You can confirm it's attached by checking the inspector. Now that the script is attached, save your project, always save, and hit that play button. Switch to the console tab and there it is, your very first message. Click on it to see even more details. Unity shows you exactly which line of code created this message. Absolutely powerful. And that, my friends, is how you create your first Unity project and write your first line of code. You've just taken a huge step in your game development journey. But wait, there's so much more to explore about that Debug.Log statement. What does each part do? Why the parentheses? What's with that semicolon? That's exactly what we're covering in our next video. We're going deep into understanding every single character of that code, plus some debugging tricks that will save you hours of frustration. Smash that like button if this helped you, subscribe for more epic Unity tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video where we decode the mysteries of Debug.Log. Keep building, keep creating, and remember, every expert was once a beginner.